Here's why our next guest will seem familiar to you. His 2012 debut album, Jumped Right In, generated 5 singles in the Canadian Hot 100, one of which garnered 5 CCMA award nominations and was nominated for Country Album of the Year at the 2013 Juno Awards. Here is the work of Dallas Smith.
I'm at my tipping point, build up to the top. I gotta sip something that hits the spot. Oh, won't you come on over here, baby? Wanna get those lips to the lottie. When you shake that, you shake those hips, that body.
Cool stuff, and a very sexy video from the gentleman named Dallas Smith, who is originally from the Langley area in British Columbia.
Yeah.
Excited because we were just chatting a little bit here. I'm originally from Vancouver, so we kind of know the hood.
Yep.
Langley is not the Langley that we used to know when we grew up. It's amazing how it's part of Vancouver now.
Yeah, I mean all those cities all the way up to Vancouver.
Yeah.
You know, New West and Surrey and Langley and now Abbotsford. It's all just kind of turned into one giant suburb of Vancouver.
So how does a guy from Langley
decide
that music is his way? It's your direction. It's your passion.
Honestly, I stumbled into it. I enjoyed singing when I was a kid. I enjoyed music. I was most passionate about that, but I never really thought of making a living doing it.
Yeah.
I went to technical school and I was doing sheet metal stuff, and I had never sung in front of anybody before. It was more just in the car and whenever anybody couldn't hear me. And one day, this band I used to watch and I was friends with, they left their singer, and I decided on a Friday night in the garage there to have a few drinks and get over the fear and just do a couple cover songs. And then that ended up being like a year and a half after that. We had a U.S. record deal, and then a couple years later we had a U.S. platinum record. So,
Dallas, stop this, man.
Yeah, so it was pretty.
It's not supposed to be that easy.
Well, it was. I was thrown to the wolves. It was a lot of hard work for sure.
Yeah.
But that was my path. Everybody has their own journey, and that was mine.
And you knew that country music was your path as well.
Well, this was the old band I was in. This was the Default back in the day. So,
right.
But yeah, as my career with Default continued on, and country radio started changing, and it became a little more edgy. It kind of blurred the lines for me.
Yeah.
It became the perfect storm of what I grew up with the country. My mom was playing a lot of country stuff, and my dad was classic rock. So. I just wanted to make this record, Jumped Right In, and it's like I said, it's a perfect storm of the stuff that I grew up in, a record that I wanted to make.
And I would guess that all of those influences that you had early on with your dad's music, and of course with your band Default, is that it actually helped you to come to where you are today. Because one thing with country music, we're passionate here in Calgary with country music. We understand it, but it's taken a different angle, and you are part of that lead. You're taking that, saying, look, guys, it's not the twang, that we used to listen to all the time. It's taking a different route, and that's what you're leading the pack.
Yeah, everything, music evolves, and I think there's a whole new generation of people that have grown up with a good song is a good song, and you're exposed to many. I mean, you're not. With me, it was mainly classic rock and country, but I mean now it's hip hop, and there's a million different types of music you can listen to that's on radio and stuff that make it into people's houses. So I think the lines have blurred with country radio, and I think it makes for a more exciting genre. You got bands like Zac Brown Band was more traditional, and you got guys like FGL who are very progressive, but they make sense together. But completely different, but sound fine back to back. So I think it's really exciting. It creates more dynamic sound for listeners. Okay,
a couple of dates that you might want to know about. First of all, the Grey Cup, which is happening this Sunday. You will be part of the opening act, the opening show, the kickoff, if you will.
Yeah, we're doing a couple songs televised right before kickoff, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Being from British Columbia, playing the hometown stadium is...
oh, that's going to be just
it's gonna
wild,
be great. It's going to be great.
Good for you. And also, he's coming back here in February 6th, I believe, at Flame Central.
Yep.
Have you ever played the venue before?
We did, we've done a couple events there for music stations and the CMT, and it's an amazing venue.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of all the Calgary Flame logos on there, being a Canuck fan, but
come on, seriously? If you come on stage wearing a Canucks jersey, you will be booed off the stage.
I know not to do that. Yeah, I know
Don't
not to
do that.
Actually, I got a lot of family here in Calgary who give me a hard time about, we have got a good rivalry, but it's a great venue. I can't wait to play that, and Calgary's always been good to me. We did the Stampede this year, and everyone came out. That was just an absolute blast. So I'm glad to come back in February and play for everybody.
Calgarians just love you, man. Absolutely love you. Really excited for you this Sunday as well, too. You're heading down there right after this, right after today.
Yeah, I'm flying home. I'm gonna say hi to the wife and my 2 kids, and on to some Vancouver press, and then right into Grey Cup weekend.
Yeah, that's gonna be great to see you, man.
Yeah.
You missing the kids?
Yeah, I've got a
could
9.5-year-old.
you not?
Yeah, my boy's 9.5, and we've been able to develop a relationship via, via like FaceTime and all that stuff. So when I'm gone for a couple weeks, it's not a big deal. We're good, but my baby baby girl's 10 months, so
dude,
nothing replaces
congratulations.
holding, So
Take care of him, Daddy.
yeah,
I tell you,
yeah,
man.
yeah, we'll do.
www.DallasSmithMusic.com. On his Facebook page, you'll find him at Dallas Smith Music. Twitter, Dallas Smith. And also hashtag Tippin Point Tour if you want to chat more with this gentleman as well too. So great to have you in here, buddy.
Yep.
You're here again in February. Can you sign this if you don't mind?
Yeah.
So Dallas is going to be signing this CD. It's his most recent one called Lifted. If you would like to win it, go to hashtag Tippin Point Tour. Dallas Smith, thanks, bud.
Thank you.
Have fun on
Appreciate it.
Sunday. Great
Yep.
to have you here.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, still to come, filling your ears and your hearts. Here's what's happening in and around Calgary. This is Trending on Shaw.